back to another episode of Open Hearts, the weekly tabletop RPG campaign.
Woo!
We're starting at our normal time this week because I'm not as sick as I was last week. I am still sick. That long COVID hitting me like a bitch. So if you hear any coughing, don't say fucking anything. I'm fine.
Yes, you are, buddy.
I'm fine.
You're so fine.
I'm totally fine. And I can totally breathe normal. But, hello everybody. If we remember where we left off last session, Avalet promised that today, he would be training you catalyst holders on how to, combine your powers and do the damn thing that need to be done.
Yay!
Because Gramps isn't getting any younger.
Yeah, old man.
No, he's not doing too hot.
I may occasionally mute to just hack up a lung. So if you don't hear anything for a few seconds, that's probably why.
Okay.
We all have lungs. It happens.
I wish I didn't
Really?
have
Y'all have
lungs.
lungs?
I wish I didn't have lungs. This shit
I
sucks. Lucky you.
I got mine surgically removed.
God.
I got mine surgically enlarged. They're long lungs now. They're real long.
Long lungs.
Hey Jade, can you add that to the group?
Yep.
Yeah, valid. Valid.
God, we are so stupid.
Yeah, I know we are. So, yeah. That's what's happening today. Ye catalyst holders are gonna, do some stupid shit.
Hooray!
With the power of God and enemy on your side, nothing will be able to defeat you.
Yeah, go adventure.
Alright. So, I guess let's just, get right into it, shall we? It's...
Woo.
You've already had breakfast. And, you know, everybody's ready. Spark's got their pom-poms.
Freya also has pom-poms.
Freya also has pom-poms.
Baby.
And,
Starts off as deadlifting Theodore in the corner.
yeah. Just, you know, flexing on everybody. Terrifying Theodore in the process.
Are you sure Theodore's terrified, or is he just fucking excited? Because holy shit, nerd dream being used as a weight.
I don't know, but he's very throwable.
Yes.
He is
Oh,
very fucking
so
throwable.
throwable.
Hey Tagok, you know what you
Yeah.
should do?
I hear ya. And she just might do it too.
Okay, I'm sorry.
World Star!
Oh, God. Alright, but, Abelet, has already gone outside to the courtyard and is, kind of setting up a few things. If you wanna go with, or if you have anything you need to prepare.
Anastasius just quickly runs back to his room, grabs his upgraded rifle thing, and there's a stack of guild the paperwork for the application process.
Cute, you have to apply? I love that.
I don't know if it's actually a thing. I just
He's preparing He's getting
He
his
is
resume together.
preparing.
He
That is so
probably has
cute.
paperwork to do anyways, even if it's not for the guild.
Yeah,
Cold
but
man.
imagine if it was. Sorry.
He's got paperwork to
Is
do
Nyoka
something.
there?
Yeah, Nyoka's there as his Chatu and Clement, and everybody's there. Everybody's there.
Okay. So Spark says, "Hey, so remember when you threw me across the lake?"
Yes. Why?
And they're like, "Do you think we should practice throwing me if that ever happens again?" And hoping to God Kalina did not hear them just say that.
Did she though? She has a passive perception of like what, 17?
She most definitely heard that.
Yeah. So you don't hear all of it, but you definitely get the idea that they're talking about chucking each other around.
There's a disturbance in the force.
Yeah. I feel like almost at this point, like she almost just knows when chaos is going to be afoot. She has eyes on the
It
back of her head
radiates.
now.
It
It
quite
radiates.
literally radiates off of Spark at all times.
It's
Yeah.
literally an
Increasingly
aura.
so.
It's an aura.
Yeah.
Aura of chaos.
Or aura of clown.
So true.
Yeah, but yeah, Kalina, like, she hears this. And she says, "What are you planning?"
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Honest.
I was just saying that Tagok should throw Theodore.
Yeah.
That's-
Nyoka agrees.
Tagok in the background goes,
Huh? What?
Tagok,
Kalina,
you
she's not buying it. She's not buying it.
Tagok, you should throw Theodore.
She just kind of she turns over to Theodore being held by Sarzoth and just kind of chuckles softly, but doesn't say anything.
She's thinking
Oh
about
my
it.
god.
I'm not going to do it, girl. I'm just thinking about it. I'm not actually going to do it. I'm just thinking about it.
Kalina, she just sighs before looking at Tagok and Spark.
And
And-
Nyoka.
And Nyoka. Yeah, I meant Tagok, Spark, and Nyoka, and she like most specifically Nyoka and Spark. And
Yeah.
she says, "If you are going to do any throwing, take proper precautions and stay away from the edge."
Yeah, I bounce.
Of course, of course. And Yoka's like, it's under control, don't worry.
It's fine.
Like even if she sounds like exasperated, you can still like see the worry on her face.
Yeah. Audrey?
What?
You were trying to say something?
Was I?
I thought I heard you start saying Theodore.
Oh, honey.
Okay.
Listen, girly pop. I've been asleep for the last 4 hours.
Okay. Don't worry. I just wanted to make sure you were,
Yeah.
if you had something to say, you were getting it in. Alright. But, yeah. So, currently, Abelet is sort of like, he's taking some chalk, and he's like making some marks on the ground.
Ooh, can I eat it?
No,
No,
honestly.
Spark, you cannot eat it.
I love the two now.
Yeah, but Abelet is currently drawing elemental symbols on the ground in different colors of chalk.
Holy shit, guys! The talkie bag. It's one of those like crack cocaine ones that have like the fucking monster talkies. It's amazing.
What the fuck?
Crack.
They have production issues. It's either like really bad or really good on the flavoring side, and this one is like if someone took a shit ton of crack cocaine and just like dumped a gallon of seasoning in it.
Good to know. Anyway.
I don't know
Somebody's
if we should
getting
be talking
fired.
about that on stream.
We're talking about chips, guys. We're talking about really good chips.
really good chips.
When you get a bag of chip and it real good, and you know the person who made that bag chip gonna get fired because it's too good.
Literally.
So, yeah, Abelet is just drawing, like, small, like, elemental symbols representing each of the catalyst holders in a pattern on the floor. He's sort of situating you all in, like, a little small pod.
Yeah.
Like a half circle almost.
Yeah. It's situated so that all four of you are equal distance apart, and you can all see each other.
Sorry, I had to mute. Nina keeps barking.
It's alright.
Also, I just want to point out, you guys are really lucky I woke up at the time that I did, because you guys are not the ones that woke me up. My phone was muted.
Oh, no.
I would have disappeared if I hadn't woken up.
Ourselves would have just fucking died.
Yeah.
Ceased existing.
So
Oh
Spark's
my
gonna go
God.
over to Sarzoth and gotta go, I think you should stop deadlifting the nerd, because you have to go do catalyst stuff.
Sarzoth, like, kind of hesitates and is like, wait. Oh, I thought this was an empty barbell. Alright. And he just
He's
kind of
so
like.
tired still that he just picked up the nearest barbell-shaped object and just started lifting. I feel like
He just kind of,
Theodore
like-
tried to protest at first, but then he was just kind of resigned to his fate.
He just kind of like flops Theodore on the ground. He just kind of tosses him on the ground. He doesn't like put a force into it. He just kind of like, you know.
Let him fall.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
lets him fall.
And
Like
then,
bowling with
Spark-
cats.
As Sarzoth walks away, Spark goes, oh, by the way, do you have a weenus?
No, I had that removed when I was a child. I don't remember when it was moved though. And then Theodore just kind of like intrudes. He's like, I think you're thinking of something else. So the weenus is the thing on your elbow? And Sarzoth is like, oh, I suppose I do have one of those things. It's really funny. It's all stretchy, and he like grabs and he starts like pulling it.
What did Sarzoth have removed?
I
Something
think
that
I
rhymes
can
with penis.
I can think of something.
Sarzoth, has your cock been stolen, my boy?
Has your cock been
He-
stolen, my boy?
the cock thief.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Unethical.
Percy Jackson and the cock
It
thief.
would be really funny if there was like an actual lore accurate cock thief in the campaign.
The dick stealing
We
wizard.
need that one on a card.
Uh,
We need that one on a card.
Sarzoth, has your cock been stolen, my boy?
um,
You gotta like exaggerate it so much.
Sarzoth is like, no. It's something on it. I forget what it's called. I thought it was the weenus, but I might be
You were
wrong.
circumcised?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh yes, that's what it's called. Yes. I'm sorry.
I hope you know
My
the rest of the
father
party
my
wants-
father wasn't very into the whole consent thing.
Oh. I hope you guys know, you guys most definitely heard Spark shout, you've been
Oh boy.
What?
and he's fucking got
I didn't even hear what you said.
You were just
I'm
laughing
gonna be
so
real.
hard.
I couldn't
been
interpret what you were
circumcised.
saying through the chuckling.
Yeah.
You have been circumcised, question mark, was something
Oh.
Spark said very loudly in surprise.
He's like, yes, not the whole thing. I think it took off like maybe 3 inches or so, so it's not that big of a deal.
I don't think that's what?
Kalina just sighs.
It wasn't a
Can we
very good doctor,
please-
okay?
Botched surgery.
Can we please get back to work?
I don't know if they were circumcision certified.
Sarzoth, darling, please.
Okay.
Oh,
Spock
poor
started
Sarsa.
it, and he like points over like a little
You
child.
started
Like Sparks doing the little fucking cat expression. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one.
I don't
The
know
one
if I
with the
do.
knives.
Yep, the one
Oh.
with the knives.
Welcome to the Open Hearts campaign, everyone.
Woo!
This is a yeah.
But
Alright.
yeah,
I'm
This one.
sorry,
Selena,
I had
she just,
to.
This
like,
one?
she just looks at both Sarzoth and Spark and just shakes her head. It's like, I don't care who started it. If you want, you can talk about that later.
Oh, I asked if
It's
he had
it's
a
team
wiener.
building. We're team building.
You hear Spark go, all
You
I
have
asked
time
is
for
if
that
he
team
had a
building
wiener.
later.
Okay.
It's like, come on,
I'm
get in your
sorry.
spot. Get in your spot.
I am in my spot. The fuck.
Yeah.
He's been in his spot.
Yeah. You went to your little spot that has your snowflake on it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it because you're a special snowflake, Sarza?
No, it's because he's ice.
Fucking snowflake.
That's not canon. He's a snowflake.
He is. I mean, his clothes have like snowflake designs on them. It's
Mhm.
destiny.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's called foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing 100.
Everything I've been doing has been foreshadowing. You guys will find out.
Foreshadow this
Uh-oh.
dick.
In the next like 2 years.
Whenever this campaign completes.
4-year campaign.
Very slow
Go.
pine. It's very
30.
slow burning lore.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
So, yeah, so Sarzoth, you're standing in between Kalina and Tagok, and then Colbart is standing on the other side of Tagok. That's the little arc formation that you guys are standing in, and, Abelet is kind of just like waiting for you guys to stop being dumbasses and like rubbing his temples. Just like, oh my god. You guys.
Hey, he agreed.
Yeah, but you guys are also being dumbasses and he's not used to having to deal with dumbasses.
He's
Are
not
you
a
sure?
dad.
I mean, his
Least it's only
brother is right
dealing with
there.
one dumbass.
I was to say his brother's right there.
Yeah, but he hasn't had to he hasn't really talked to his brother all that much in the past couple thousand years.
Fair
So
enough.
He's kind of new at this whole thing.
yeah. Socialization is hard.
Agreed.
So he's like, alright, if everybody is done getting all their jitters out, I suppose we can start. And
Selena is
yeah.
at attention and ready.
Starsoft still half asleep and now thinking about penises.
Yeah, he's just not fully there. Kid who doesn't want to be at school this early in the morning.
Yeah. Just like, I don't want to do the exam. It's so early.
Yeah, it is really early in the morning and also really cold. So you guys all have your like winter coats on and you're outside.
Midterms.
Yeah.
So true.
And question, is anybody wearing gloves or gauntlets of any kind? Anything that's covering your hands?
Oh, right. Now the catalyst holder. It fucking ignore me.
I mean, Kalina definitely has
Maybe?
gloves on.
I'm not
Starsoft
sure.
actually usually does have gloves on because he doesn't like touching things with his hands.
Germaphobe.
Yeah, he's a little odd. He's a little young Sheldon pilled.
He really is. Oh my god. Wait.
She's probably wearing gloves.
All right.
Just
Just-
for warmth.
Just wondering. So, Ablet is standing there in, like, you know, his normal clothes. Mostly, you know, shirtless. And you're all just kind of looking at him, and you're just cold by looking at him. You're like, oh god. But he seems fine.
Poor man.
And he says, now, I know it's rather cold outside, but this is important. All of you are going to need to take your gloves off. And I will explain why in just a moment.
Alright. And Kalina does so.
Yep. Pickett just kind of shrugs.
And he begins, like, sort of pacing back and forth like a drill sergeant. Hands behind his back, talking. And he
I got
says,
getting flashbacks.
yeah, especially because he looks so much like
No!
Phosphus.
I hope you
No!
know that Spark is miming him
Particularly
right now.
more rigid this morning.
They're miming him and making fun of him to make Tagak laugh.
Yeah.
She is not paying attention to you.
Well, they're directly behind Avalon.
You can just vaguely see Spark imitating Abelet in the background. And he says, the reason you need to have your gloves off for this is something that I'm sure you've never been told. And then he turns directly towards you all, and he says, did you know that wearing any kind of barrier on the hands disrupts your magical fields?
I'm Anastasius.
Oh, okay.
Did Kalina know this?
S-
Does she have a high
He is
enough
saying this
arcana?
out loud, right?
Yes,
To
to everybody. He
Sarzoth
said this.
replies with, okay, well, I don't wear gloves when fighting, just because I feel like it impedes my range of motion when
Does
punching
that roll
things.
work for
So,
an arcana check?
Can I ask this out of character?
Yeah.
Does this include having focuses like Anastasius?
It's he'll explain that.
Sorry.
So you can ask
sorry.
about it, actually. If you want.
oh, I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
Would Astraeus, by any chance, have like tips later on about the catalyst?
Most
Since
likely, yes.
he's big old.
Yeah. Yeah. He would have some tips for Sarzoth, probably.
Kiki.
So Kalina,
Sarzoth
you
goes
said-
on to remove the gloves on his hands.
Kalina, you said you wanted to make an Arcana check?
Yeah, I mean, I already did. There's,
Yeah.
It's in D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Damn, you're gonna make him look it up on D&D
Jesus!
Beyond.
30!
Yeah!
Oh.
Okay,
Was it
Jesus.
bad?
That's what I rolled!
What happened? What the fuck?
She rolled a
I rolled an
30 in
Arcana.
Arcana.
Holy shit!
Yeah!
I think that worked, maybe.
Yeah!
Yeah.
It's
Just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Kalina, you remember being told by people that wearing gloves impedes the flow of magic through your hands, but if you have a catalyst, it doesn't matter. But you never really bothered to check the merit of that, and you never really saw that much of a difference.
Okay. I mean, she still takes him off, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take that. I think it's safe to assume that she just hadn't been advanced enough with the catalyst to really warrant using the gloves.
Yeah.
Or taking off the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And that
When
goes
the
for
gloves
everyone.
are quite literally
Yeah.
being taken off.
Everybody takes off
God
gloves.
damn it.
And he says, Now, I'm sure that you've also already been told that all of your catalysts can blend in different ways, right?
Yes.
Yes. But to achieve, well, what we need to happen, we need to do it in a very specific way, and if I'm being entirely honest, I'm going just off of written word. And he holds up like this really old, dusty looking book in his hand.
Oh boy.
Tagok
Boy,
sneeze.
just some reading.
Tagox just like leans away from it. It's like, oh god, don't sneeze.
That thing is probably older than Anastasius.
Probably.
Definitely.
I mean, it's
Anastasius
like
isn't that
120
old.
something.
Yeah, just 121.
Yeah, just 121. Yeah, you know, normal things.
He's
Don't
He's
sneeze
the
on the
age
book.
Stan
Don't
Lee
sneeze on
was
the
when
book.
he
Don't
died.
sneeze on the book.
Actually, I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm gonna say Anastasius is 122 because
sorry.
not. No, I just decided to age him up a year. It's okay
God,
because
You're
of.
silly.
silly shit.
I'm sorry, Eros.
It doesn't matter, it's fine. So, Abelet sort of like opens the book, and you can hear the spine sort of crack when he does a little bit.
Kalina
Yeah.
wins this. Just like, oh, that poor book. She doesn't say anything, but you just see
Yeah.
like almost like distress on her face.
He's not being rough with the book, it's just really
Yeah, of course.
crusty and old. And he says,
And,
"This is why I've arranged you as such." And he points to the symbols on the ground.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm so tired I can't fucking type right now.
Oh, buddy.
Congratulations.
Buddy.
He goes on to say basically that the way you guys are set up in this circle is how you are going to have to stand pretty much exactly in the temple when you do this.
Okay.
You're going to need to stand 5 feet apart from each other. And parallel to the person like opposite of you.
Okay.
And he tells you that this is because each of you need your own amount of space where your catalyst's energy will not be interacting, but also be not too far from each other.
Yeah.
So basically, you imagine you guys have like a bubble of energy around you, and the edges of the bubbles are touching, but they're not overlapping.
Gotcha.
And it needs to be like that. You guys need to be like a little bubble chain.
Gotcha.
So bring a
bubble chain.
measuring tape. Got it.
Yeah. And he goes on to tell you that the reason that each of you are clumped the way you are is because of how your catalysts interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Fire and ice need to be next to each other because then they can create an equilibrium of temperature between them at that point where they touch.
Mm-hmm.
Ice and earth need to be together because the crystals of the ice and then the crystals of the earth have a parallel between them, and them touching is important. And then the connection between the heat of the fire and the heat of lightning and the way that
Cold
wind
fire.
interacts with fire. And that is important. And he tells you that if you're not in this formation, your elements may interact differently and not produce the same flame. Like, it will not produce the exact same way. This is like the conditions
Chemistry,
of this
some
experiment
chemistry
need to
shit.
be constant every time you do it, or else it will, any slight variations will cause it to be different, and if something different happens, then it will not have the correct outcome.
Gotcha.
So this is like science alchemy type bullshit.
Hey.
I hope you know I'm vibrating over here.
Have fun. And Abelet says that each of you need to activate your catalysts in a certain order.
Okay.
And he tells you that the order is Sarzoth, Kolbart, Kalina, then Tagok.
Gotcha.
So,
Sarzoth, Colbart, Kalina,
fire,
Tagok.
storm, earth, nope, ice, storm, earth, fire is the order
Earth,
of
wind, and
which.
fire.
Yeah, whatever. But that is the order in which you guys need to activate your catalysts for them to combine correctly.
Okay.
And
Fascinating.
so he is going to have each of you activate yours individually and have you, like, quote, tune it correctly so that you know exactly what to do. So for Sarzoth, he says that you need to create just a straight beam of, like, cold air and small ice crystals.
Sarzoth kind of nods his head, not saying anything.
And then he basically like draws some more symbols on the ground, and he makes a point for all of you to aim towards that is about 15 feet from each of you equally. And he tells you that this point is where the thicket is and how you will have to situate yourselves. So, in relation to the thicket, you center yourselves each 15 feet away in the formation that you are. So, Sarzoth, it is your turn to sort of, do your individual magics and, do it thingy.
Can he turn to Spark and make him cold?
Looks at Spark, you are cold.
And then Spark goes, "Fuck you! You can't talk now," and then does the curse sensor.
Oh my god, yeah.
So now every time Sarzoth says a curse word, it's a honking noise. Also, can you?
I'll pull out
Eris,
the
can you
honk on the
confirm-
soundboard.
Can you confirm that that's correct? What I have in the Brick Room shenanigans.
Yeah, I was just confused because, like when you said order of activation and then order of people, I thought you were trying to get those to line up with each element. So I'm just like,
No,
well,
I'm just making.
Is it ice?
Yeah,
Just making sure that's
Finn,
right.
you are
Gotcha.
correct.
Okay, thank you.
I was just confused. Miscommunication, my bad.
No, it's an important tool to help us later.
All right, so Sarzoth, I would like you to make an Arcana check, please.
Alright, let me go into D&D Beyond real quick. Oh, sweet, it all auto-logged in. Yippee.
Yay!
Yippee! You said an Arcana check?
Yep.
Eh. Well,
Oh, buddy.
I don't have the
Having a
best
bad
roll
day.
luck.
Oh.
I never
did you
do.
not want it? Did you not want
No,
it?
I got a 3. 5 total.
Total 5.
Oh.
Alright, so, Sarzoth, you, try to do as Abelet said and, like, aim towards that center point and, fire a beam of cold air and ice crystals. And, you get a little bit of that, but it goes only about 5 of the total 15 feet, and then it fizzles out.
Sarzoth kind of straightens his shirt and goes, "Hold on, I need to take a shit. It's impacting how badly my magic is. I'm gonna be right back."
But
Spark starts laughing so hard they almost fall over.
Abelet just sort of rubs his head and says, "Alright then, I suppose in the meantime, we will move on
Kalina
to
also
the next
just-
person."
Kalina
I mean,
also, she
you
just-
try doing magic while you're constipated.
I guess.
That's a quote. That's a quote.
We'll get some,
You
we'll
try
get
doing
some
that.
male
Try
acts,
doing
Sarzoth.
magic while you're constipated.
Sarzoth, go drink some fruit juice. God damn.
So here's a little diagram. Sent a wee diagram.
Oh, okay, so my notes meant nothing. Damn.
Sorry. I was drawing the little thing for y'all.
You guys are writing notes?
I was just because I
Late.
know that it was gonna come up later, and I was like, I might as well just write it down.
Yeah. It's still good that you have it written down in case you can't find this specific image later.
And I think it'll be funny if Spark does does a fucking geometry with this later, because they totally are.
Yeah. So
Some Power Rangers shit right here.
Caleb, are you ready to have Colbart do some storm magic? Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay. So Colbart, Abelet tells you that you need to create a beam of swirling wind, similar to a tornado, but just a thin, like, cone out from your hand towards the center point, and he asks you to infuse this cyclone with static energy. So, like, little cracklings of lightning, but just small. So I'm gonna
Alright.
need you to make an Arcana check, please. And thank
Arcana check going.
you.
9.
9.
I
Alright.
fucking suck at this.
It was almost a 1, so I'm happy with that.
Don't worry, the more that you guys attempt it, the better it's gonna go. So don't worry. Y'all are gonna get more bonuses and stuff the more you attempt it. So
Wait, should Spark cast Bardic Inspiration?
Nah, they're not gonna do that.
Abelet might grump at you and tell you that you guys need to do it on your own.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Spark was thinking. And also, they enjoy watching you guys suffer. It's kind of funny.
Damn.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
So, Colbart, you are able to create the cyclone out to the point, but as soon as you attempt to imbue it with the static force, it sort of like wavers a little bit and then dissipates just as the like static electricity starts to manifest.
I shocked myself, that's what happened.
Oh no.
Abelet nods and says, "Good first attempt." And he pats you on the shoulder and like gets a little zap, but
Oh.
continues patting and says, "Don't worry, we'll come back to it. So just take a moment to breathe."
Yeah.
And then he says,
Thank
"All
you.
right, Kalina, you next."
All right. What does she have to do?
He tells you that you need to manifest a pyramid-shaped crystal prism at the point. He tells you that it
Okay.
needs to be 5 feet off of the ground, and he tells you the approximate dimensions that you need it to be.
Gotcha. So Arcana check?
Yes.
Okay. Does that work?
God, let me look. Yeah, I think that fucking works. 29. Shit, I guess that works. Okay, so Kalina.
She was given specific directions, just
Yeah.
like the tism in her brain. It's just like, yes,
Mhm.
I can work with this.
Yeah. So, you manifest the prism, and it sort of sits over the point and rotates very slowly. And you all can see, like, as sunlight hits it, and little shards of light bounce off of the tiles of the courtyard.
Ooh.
He nods and says, "Very good, Kalina." And then he turns towards you and looks right at you, and he says, "Now, of course, manifesting it is the easy part. The difficult part will be maintaining it and keeping it stable, while the other's magic is directed through it.
Of course.
We will work on that when everybody is able to channel their catalyst fully."
Kalina nods.
And then he says, "You may dismiss it."
And she does so.
And then he turns to you, Tagok, and he says, "Tagok, it's your turn."
Woo! Here we go.
Here we go.
She kind of like rubs her hands together a little bit to kind of
Yeah,
warm them up a
keep her
little.
shoulders loose.
But she's focused.
And he says, "All right, Tagok, I don't have to describe this one much. Simply fire a thin beam of flame at the point and keep it
Virus
consistent."
plasma.
Thin beam of flame at the point, keep it consistent.
Makes a lightsaber.
No.
She silently nods and Arcana roll.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. All right. That is a 15.
All right.
Because
So
I do not have a plus in intelligence.
that's all right. So, Tagok, you hold out your hand, take a breath, focus, and fire the beam directly at the point, keeping it same, like, power amount and thickness all the way through, and it surges for a good few seconds, and then you stop it. And Ablet nods in approval and he says, "Very good, Tagok."
She kind of stands up straight and like clicks her heels together, like she kind of like just nods. She's kind of being a bit militaristic about it.
Now,
Sorry, I need to keep
is-
barking.
I have a question.
yes?
Is Theodore in the room watching this?
Theodore
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
watching. He's like in the courtyard off to the
Okay.
side.
He's like making the pog face in the corner.
He's so excited. Is Sarzoth back from his bathroom break?
Yeah, he. Okay, hold on. I need to get in character.
So the
Give me a
radius
second.
of the circle is 15, right?
It should be, yes.
I was just double checking. I may or may not be making.
Oh, they're doing
I'm
geometry.
mathing.
You're
I'm
mathing it out?
over here.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay,
Give me a
ignore
second.
me.
I'm trying to find something. It's worth it, I promise.
Keep in mind that the center point is not necessarily the center point of a circle. It is just
Mhm.
like the epicenter from which the measurements to each of them are made. So
Well, it would be the center of a circle then.
I just didn't know if
Yeah, it is.
technically it would be
Alright.
possible for each of them to be 5 feet apart, and then also for it to be 15 feet from the center point, and then have it be equal distant.
It would have to be the
Um,
center of the circle, unfortunately, for that to be accurate.
Sarzal walks out of the bathroom and he goes, "Holy, that was one hell of a."
Blank.
Spark is
Spock, what the
cackling.
did you do to me?
They was like, "That's for making me cold."
What would happen if he tries to flip Spark off?
It gets censored out.
It just gets blurred out.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
A thin
It's a
fog
finger-
veils
his
your
finger-
finger as you
His
flip
finger
Spark
feels
off.
fuzzy.
His finger just fucking explodes.
No!
A thin veil of fog envelops your
Mm.
fingers as you try to flip Spark
Yeah.
off, and dissipates the moment you put
Like
them down.
cloud.
And then he
And then-
kind of like gets back in position.
They do a dramatic bow.
Kalina is laughing so hard.
Alright, so, Sarzoth, it's your turn up again. Now I'd like
Alright.
you to make an Arcana roll with advantage.
With advantage, I love that.
Yeah, so it's gonna get easier each time.
Holy shit, I got a 16 and a 15. That's crazy.
Wow, incredible. So,
16.
Sarzoth,
16 total.
this time you are able to fire the beam of ice and winds pretty much perfectly. It seems that really your focus was being drawn away by the fact that you needed to use the restroom. You weren't kidding.
As I said, it's very difficult to do magic when you need to poop.
You need to cleanse the body of all toxins. And
And he just kind of like straightens out his shirt again. He just sits down.
yeah. So Abelet nods approvingly. And then turns to Caleb. Colbert, he turns to you again, Colbert. It's time for you to try again to do it, this time with advantage.
Alright, advantage.
You had 10K there, buddy?
12 and
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Dude, you were really close
18.
to your mic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's alright.
You're good.
Tin can. Love
I
it.
heard you physically pull away your mic from your face. That was really funny.
Okay, so Colbart, this time. Oh yeah, look at that math, baby. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
The mathing.
Finn, I love you.
That's approximate, all things considered, because I'm assuming. Yeah, because of the way that it would be split up, you can't have it be exactly at the x, like x equals 0, y equals 0. You
Yeah.
can't have somebody there because of the way everything's split up. So I
Exactly.
think that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope Spark made that diagram at some point.
Yeah.
Kalina's so proud of Spark. Just like, oh, look at you.
Doing math, I'm so proud. But to describe Colbart's vortex.
Spark would just be like, I do this every day.
Well, it's a geometry.
Math
It's just
clown.
shapes.
Math clown. Shapes and colors. But yeah, Colbart, you produce the vortex perfectly to the length you need to, and then with a little bit of focus and anticipating possibly a slight shock, you imbue it with the static force.
Mm-hmm.
And Abelet nods in approval and says, "Very good, Colbot."
Awesome.
Oh, Colbart.
May I quickly make a stealth check?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Sure you
Bro,
may.
what are you doing?
I don't know, what's that squid doing?
That it's a 9. Just sneaking away to make sure, especially fucking Theodore, notices.
Oh boy.
Can Spark notice he's trying to sneak away and then distract Theodore?
Sure. You obviously see Anastasia just trying to sneak away, so you decide to distract Theodore. Because you just know. You're chaotic like that.
No, I don't know what he's up to, but I know he's up to something, and I know he's trying to get Theodore not to fucking follow him.
Theodore is already pretty focused on the spectacle that is happening. So, no need to worry about him getting possibly clued into what Anastasius may be doing.
And they make a very obvious wink, and it's not Theodore.
Yeah.
Like, I got you, Pookie.
I got you, Pookie. But Abelet, now he decides that the four of you are ready to attempt to combine.
Ooh.
Yay!
So he once again tells you the order: Sarzoth first, then Colbart, then Kalina, then Tagok. So this time, all of you are gonna roll. You're gonna add your Arcana, and then you are also going to add 1d4.
Okay.
So, do they get advantage?
Yes, you get advantage,
Okay.
and then you will also add 1d4 to that roll.
Okay. Okay, and then advantage.
How do I just roll
so
a
I can roll
d4?
again?
You can in game there should be like you can
There's
just
a little
click on-
menu at the
click on the
bottom
dice at
left.
the bottom. There's like you can page up and
Oh,
then
I see it now.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's so fucking in the corner,
Mhm.
like away from everything.
I got a total of 17.
I got a
Alright.
total of
We're rolling.
19.
And
Okay, Karna,
Jade will be back. She's taking her meds.
Hecky.
18. 18 plus a d4. 3 plus 18, what's that?
21.
21. Okay, that.
All right, and then all we need is Jade. Very quickly, roll for Arcana
Yes.
with advantage. Add a D4.
Okay.
This
The
is
D4 plus or with for both, or like just for the advantage?
just add it to whichever, like,
Whichever's higher.
yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
So what'd you get?
And then
Tell me. I want to know.
22.
22.
Nice.
I rolled a 17 and then a 19.
Nice.
All right, so everybody
Which
got really
does
good
not
rolls.
apply to my other thing because that's straight weapons.
So, the Abelet stands to the side and tells everybody to stand back a considerable distance from the four, and then he tells you when to go. First, Sarzoth, you fire your beam of ice, and he tells you to hold it and keep holding it for as long as you can. Next, he tells the same to Colbart, and the two of you watch as when your magic beams touch and combine, they sort of create like thunder and ice. Like, you can hear the sound of it
Snowstorm.
combining, a snowstorm.
It's magic cunnilingus.
Thunderstorm.
you.
There's like little crackling and
Really?
popping as the
Thundersnow,
static
thundersnow,
combines
thundersnow.
with it's thunder snow. So like the static is
Thundersnow
combining.
so fun.
Then Kalina, he tells you to manifest your prism a little bit below
Yeah.
the like where their magic is manifesting, and to hold it there until Tagok's magic combines.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Tagok, he has you combine your fire,
Yay!
and there is like this swirling of magic, and you can barely hear each other or anything over like the roaring sound of the magic right at that center point. But Kalina, you can very faintly hear Abelet telling you to slowly raise the prism until the center of it is right where all of their magic is converging.
Yeah, and Kalina does so.
Yeah. And as it begins raising up very slowly, the sound of it is like less deafening, and it seems to almost ring with a resonance.
Some Harry Potter shit here.
And all of you who are like standing there, like not the four, like your ears are like ringing, and it almost hurts to like not cover your ears. So, if you'd like to, you can definitely cover your ears for this.
Theodore's like wincing in pain, but also still making the pog face.
It's so
That
cool.
was such a real moment.
Anastasius is just somewhere between the manor and where the first place he's dropping off the papers at. And he probably just hears it, turns back, and goes, "What in tarnation are those fuckers doing in there?"
Yeah.
Fuck they doing over there?
Anastasius, you look back towards the manor, and you can see like this flashing, glowing, that you can see.
God, imagine what the neighbors
You
think.
can't see like the actual
poor
courtyard
neighbors.
itself, but you can see like the magic flickering and glowing up.
The dog whistle from hell.
Yeah.
Dog whistle from hell.
The neighbors have dealt with some weird shit, but this is by far the weirdest.
Mhm. It's 7 in the morning.
It's 7 in the goddamn morning.
But Abelet, he moves from the spot that he's at, and he's like is slowly walking on the outskirts of the courtyard towards like the prism.
Yeah.
And you see him like he raises his hand up and he seems to like sort of manifest something on the other side of it.
Uh-huh.
And you see like almost a wall build itself, but you can tell that it is not like real materials. It is a magical barrier that he is making. And you can just barely hear him over the ringing and read his lips, and he says, "Project it all forward."
Is that for all of us?
Yes, all of you.
Okay.
Do we gotta roll?
Yes, all of you are going to just
Is it another Arcana?
give me an Arcana check with advantage plus the
Okay.
D4. Just the same as before.
I gotta get better than a nat 1. There we go. Total of 26 plus the D4.
17.
All right.
8.
Total of 30.
Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh god. Everyone duck your heads.
Everyone cover! Duck for cover!
Machine gun sneeze.
Ah!
I
know
muted
you
you,
muted.
assholes.
I know you muted, but still.
I pissed myself.
I love you.
Caleb, you said you got a total of 8?
Yeah, I only got 8.
Damn.
Rip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fish boy having a hard time controlling electricity, which makes
Audrey,
sense.
what did you get?
Yeah. I got a total. What?
The Arcana
The
roll
original.
with yeah, you just
The
see,
D4.
so
I got a 19.
19. All right, so all of you try to project it forward. Let me just do something.
I mean, hopefully our other rolls are high enough to where it balances out Caleb's shitty roll. No offense.
Things happen. Don't feel bad, Caleb.
Things happen.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that too.
So I'm gonna roll.
It'd be really
a
funny if the whole manor just
D-
explodes.
No! But what about bow?
Bow.
Bow.
So
And also
Never
all the
good.
people.
Yeah, that too, but especially bow.
don't worry, you're not even facing the manor actually right now.
Okay.
You're facing the gate.
I seriously doubt he would have us face the manor.
Yeah. Abelet's not stupid. He also put up that magic barrier for a reason. So,
Yeah,
We just nuke ourselves.
all of your magic gets projected forward, and with the help from everybody else, like the pulling of the magic, Caleb's magic, Culbert's magic also gets pulled with it. So it is all right.
Yay.
So you like push it all out, and it all sort of like travels together, and you see all of the magic and the prism hit the barrier that he made, and you feel it before you hear it. There's like this, everything like rattles for a second, and then there's the sound shockwave. And boom,
Oh my-
and like
It's seven.
Seven
Well,
in the
everyone's
morning.
awake on Ceruleus now.
yeah,
Morning, neighbors.
Marnin.
Morning.
Would honest Arceus hear that?
Yeah, it's a little not as loud for you, but you hear sort of a boom. And then like you feel this shockwave of air hit you.
Honest Arceus just thinks the catalyst holders plus Spark. Just saying, I hope you guys didn't do nothing to destroy the manor. Like, I want you guys to succeed, but please tell me the manor and everyone in it is safe.
Too busy focusing to respond.
Too busy.
Everybody's
focusing.
everybody's
Lost
heads are
love.
like ringing, like But thankfully, because of the barrier that Abelet put up, it absorbed most of the shock, keeping it from shattering windows.
Yeah.
So it was just a little bit of a poof sound, and sort of shook the deck a little bit. But overall, no property has been damaged, thankfully.
Okay.
And Abelet turns back towards all of you all, and you see that there's like the hair around his face is like sort of like
Oh,
like
oh no.
stuck back, like it just got blasted. And you can definitely tell that his face got hit with like
Oh.
a lot of residual magical energy, but
Oof.
he's fine.
His hair's all fucked up.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
And then there's Theodore.
He's just like,
Waking.
"Ah, my ears, they hurt." Cry. But
Shaking in his boots.
Abelet walks back up to the four of you and stands there and says, "For your first time, that was pretty good. That could have gone a lot worse."
It could have gone worse.
Oh, yes.
I'm assuming I don't see how it could have gone better, in all honesty.
He like gestures towards you, Kalina, and says, "If you had not been able to hold the prism stable, it would have exploded and sent shards flying everywhere at top speeds."
Oh. Kalina, like you just see. I feel like she probably has her glasses on. No, wait, but yeah, like you just see like her bug eyes. Like her eyes are already pretty big with her glasses. The prescription is so thick.
Yeah.
Well, like
Oh,
you just
bottle.
see the big eyes, just like oh.
And he sort of like raises his hand up and he says, "That is also why I manifested that barrier as a bit of a shock pad. The force
Yes.
behind it likely would have broken every window on Ceruleus.
Oh.
Don't worry, I told Verica
Fine,
that
I
this
have
would be
my-
happening."
I have my timey-wimey wibbly wobbly magic, so it's good.
What the fuck?
He's still really tired.
He just sort of
He can't talk at his normal speed.
smiles awkwardly. You're like your ears are still ringing. I can't speak. And he says, "I appreciate that. But Baraka already knew that this was happening. She sent out a bit of forewarning to the residents.
Oh,
So
well, that's good.
people knew that this was happening. They were prepared. We were prepared to pay for any property damages, but thankfully none of that happened.
Now I'm just imagining
Your mom's a
people get the
property
notice
damage.
and like several families are already up. Like they have binoculars and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
there's some citizens almost kind of standing on the
Yeah.
past the
Oh,
fence.
Yeah,
Doing
they're
that-
like
doing
standing
that-
on the other side of the hedges. They're watching.
Yeah.
They're doing them. They're doing a thing that
They got their lawn
Midwesterners
chairs.
Midwestern dads
Yeah.
do when there's a storm or tornado outside.
Oh
You
yeah.
stand on the porch with your hands on your hips, going, "Ah, this will be a good one.
Yeah. So this is a good one right there.
Oh, this is a good one, eh?"
Yeah.
It's really how we be.
Yeah. Because nothing else
Until it
happens here.
touches down, you're fine. You're safe to go outside.
Fun for the whole family.
Fun for the whole family.
Yay.
Welcome to the Midwest, folks.
So, all in all, Abelet thinks you guys did pretty good. And
Yay!
he says that considering how well you did, he doesn't think that you guys need to train anymore. He trusts in both your intelligence, your ability to remember the order and everything.
Does he say this?
Yeah, he's saying all of this. He's like, I trust in your
When
abilities.
he says intelligence, Starzov kind of slowly turns his head towards Spark.
And then they see them hunched over in their sketchbook. They look up and then they blink at you and they're like, "What?"
Meanwhile,
And he
Spark's
just,
just
he just,
drawing
kind of-
perfect circle.
No, you see a compass next to them, and then one of the circle rulers on the other side of them
Yeah.
A
as
protractor.
they're doing math. And I'm doing it without the goddamn fucking ruler, and that's what's pissing me off. I'm having to figure it out with that one, which is why I'm taking
Fun.
so long.
Yeah.
And Starzov just kind of judgmentally squints his eyes.
Just like, is that bitch doing math over there? Yeah, but Abelet believes that the four of you caught on quick enough that he trusts that you don't need to practice all that much more.
And Starzov's so natural, he just needed to take a shit.
Yeah.
Kalina, she smiles and nods her head. Well, students are only as good as their teachers.
He sort of blusters a little bit. He's like, I didn't do much.
It's a shame I have this shit at my dorm.
Oh,
I'm
sob.
sorry, I don't mean to laugh, Finn. I'm just...
If only you told me, Arrows.
I'm sorry. I actually just came up with this right now.
You asshole.
Listen, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It just manifests out of me like a fucking phoenix. And then
That's
boom.
the best way to do D&D.
You guys are surprised and impressed every time. And I pretend that I know what I'm doing.
That's called
Me with
the
making a
writing
character
process.
in D&D.
True shit. Yeah.
Kalina, she laughs and says, "So, I believe that we should inform Baraka to set us a course for Cyptria."
Yep. That would probably be best. Abelet says.
All right. And sorry, what are they called? The footmen?
Footman. Yes, footman.
Yeah.
Get a footman.
Yeah. She Like, Kalina, are any of them nearby? Were any of them just, like, watching, or were they all just, like, in the house?
Probably in the house for safety.
There is a footman that's like at the stables. He was there to make sure that the horses like were
Aww.
properly calmed down and didn't like accidentally hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Understandable.
You just hear Grape. Grape!
Great.
Ah,
Great,
great.
great.
Grape!
Distressed grape sounds.
Distressed
Great,
Grape
great
noises.
sound.
Cry.
What the grape?
Imagine being a horse and then hearing a fucking supersonic boom go off in your fucking yard.
Hey, I think I got it, guys. I think
That
I
makes
fucking got
complete
it.
sense.
Yay!
Yay!
You asshole! You asshole! I hate you.
I'm sorry. I know nothing about math. I just go off of vibes.
But yeah, Kalina, she sends for that footman to inform Baraka to set a course for Citria, like as soon as possible. Just Barrack like hears the explosion go off, and like not too long after, just get a messenger.
We're ready to
It's
go
like,
to
they're
Citria,
ready.
madam. Oh, are they now?
I figured. I heard it already.
I heard the fucking explosion. I figured they were doing something. Jesus.
So I hope Kalina sees Spark put all their shit away, stand up, and then go and ask for a rope and and 2 stakes.
Does Kalina see it?
Yeah, because they're walking around and they're like, "Where the fuck is the rope?"
Kalina, she looks to Spark and says, "Fuck, darling, why do you need rope?"
And then they walk over and show the semicircle diagram. It goes, "It's better just to do it with numbers."
Kalina, she sees this, and her heart just swells with pride. She's like, "You did this?"
They nod and say, "Well, the rulers did the majority of the work. The biggest pain in the ass is just figuring out the arcs."
Abelet is
And then
like,
they crack.
just kind of like, huh. Interesting.
Wait, who
I don't
is?
think I got that.
Abelet.
I don't think I got that from Hoth. Say looking over at Abelet.
You'd be surprised. Hoth, when he's sober, is quite the clever man.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go find some rope and some stakes.
Yeah. So, you end up finding some, like, ropes and stakes over in the, stables.
Okay. They ask if anybody's currently using it and if they can partially mutilate the rope for the sake of the world.
Yeah.
Like you were trying to find a reason.
Also,
to save
including the
world?
pause. Including the pause
The
and explanation.
Well,
For the
sake of the world.
world.
Yeah. The stable boy is like, sure. Feel free.
They give him a thumbs up, and then
Oh,
they're like,
man.
"Does anybody have a measuring tape?" My ruler is only 12 inches long, and I need to make this 15 feet.
Nyoka says, maybe you can buy one from the shops. I mean, there's like a tailor. Maybe they're selling
Oh my
rulers, tape measures that are real long.
You're so right. They're gonna go over to the tailor.
So I'd imagine like a magic tape measure that could stretch like really far, like whatever length you needed, and then it, like it can go back. That would be so awesome.
Fun fact, there's an electric ruler that they make that goes down to the 0.01 millimeter, and you can actually put in a scale for a map,
Yeah.
and so it'll give you the scale to a map.
Nice. But yeah, I think they just asked to borrow a tape measure for very quickly, just to draw some notches on the roof.
That's it. It's like, what?
They're like, look, man, I'm improvising. I normally don't do this.
Just this clown busts into the tailor. And like this one tailor shop.
Oh my
Hey,
god,
give me
wouldn't it
your
be funny
ruler.
if Spark just has such good fashion that the tailor's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tailor finds a ruler, but unfortunately you find that it does not like reach up to 15 feet.
Okay, what does it
Damn.
reach to precisely?
It reaches to about like 10 at max.
Okay, so they draw a notch at 10 and then they
Yeah.
just do it again with the extra 5 and they say, I think a small amount of error isn't really going to matter when it comes to distance because people are going to be moving anyway. But thank you.
The clerk at the tailor tells you that if you're looking for one that's really, really long, you might want to go to the Artisans Guild shopfront.
Ooh.
They nod and say, I don't think I need to go there. This was fine enough. It's
All
not
right.
going to be precise anyway.
All right. Future reference, though,
then
if you need any other things for building.
They thank the tailor though and
You
they
know, it'd be, like,
apologize.
If like the tailor asked, just like, oh, by the way, did you hear that explosion? Did you hear what?
Yeah,
the
we
tailor up to?"
caused it.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Saw
I
it
was
in
there in the
person.
courtyard.
Oh yeah, this is related actually because they need geometry to stand in the right.
Interesting. So the tailor's like, so peculiar. That group is always being so silly.
Yeah, and then
Big
you see,
goofy.
Spark is back now with the contraption that they made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you get on to like measuring and like perfecting everything so that you can do it in person at the temple.
Yeah, they test it a couple of times in the dirt to make sure it's actually accurate before they do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's coming up accurate enough. I mean,
Yes, it is. It's coming up accurately enough every time to where
You did your math well.
any small margin of errors wouldn't affect anything.
yeah, it would have to be. It would. There has to be room for error anyway, just because of the way they're standing, and of
Yeah.
course the angle of them shooting it down.
Yeah,
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. all is well.
Don't apologize, you're having fun.
I love that.
But after Spark comes back a little bit later, the footman you sent to Baraka comes back, and they look a
Yay.
little sheepish, and they said,
Oh,
Baraka's coming to see you guys.
Oh,
Don't know what she wants, but she wants to talk with you guys real quick.
Real quick, he says.
all right. Thank you for informing us.
He does a quick bow and then like scampers off back inside.
he's in there for safety.
And mere moments later, Baraka pushes open the gate to the manor.
Oh, fuck.
Spark is waving at Baraka.
And she
They did
walks up.
nothing wrong.
She walks up to the group, and she like looks up at Abelet, and she says, "Abelet," and he says, "Commander."
Anastasia just vault over the gate quietly enough to not rise any.
You saw Baraka walking towards the men. You're like, ah, shit, I gotta get back. High knees, high
Ah,
knees,
shit, I gotta go.
high knees on the sunset, high knees. But she says, well, do we have time to go inside to the meeting room? Possibly.
Of course.
Are
Right.
we in trouble?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Just need to clarify what's happening. Ding ding dong.
Sorry, that was my ring.
Ring doorbell.
Ding 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 dingity dong. But you all and Berica go up to the meeting room. And when you guys get there, she looks around briefly and says, "Is Ophelia not going to be joining us?"
No.
He's kind of bedridden right now.
Oh. Apologies, I wasn't aware.
Kinda feels like that.
It's okay.
It's not
That's why
doing
we're
too
trying to
much.
get all this done.
Ah,
You should check stars off spoilers when you get a chance, Eros.
I should check stars off. Oh, yeah, the thing.
You should check on him. There's a tick somewhere.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, girly pop.
Ha ha ha! But Berica sort of clears her throat and says, "Well, of course, the footman you sent said that you would like to be going to Ciptria now, pretty much, as soon as possible. Is that correct?"
Yes, as soon as possible.
Right, so then I guess things really are getting to go along.
Yes. It honestly went a lot better than expected, despite how it sounded.
Yes, I didn't hear any reports of any windows breaking, so that's good.
Oh, well, that's good.
Only thing I heard is that one old lady got knocked over, but she was deaf, so she didn't know it was coming.
Oh.
Oh no.
She just heard the vibration, just like, whoa.
She's alright now, though.
Oh, that's good.
Poor old lady.
No injuries, just a bit of a scare, if you will. But, well, I'll set the course. We should be there by, this evening, really. We're not too far from Ciptria as we are. And the way the, front is moving, we'll be going with the wind, so we'll be there much quicker.
Berica, I have a question.
Yes.
Can I touch the steering wheel?
Yes. Yes, you may.
Yeah! You see Spark puts their hands up in the air.
He's like, yeah!
Now, is there anything else that I can do as a commander to help?
Question, is there? That's out of character, by the way.
If there is, you don't know of anything she can do.
Okay.
You can stand there and look really awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're already doing that.
Make sure that the city doesn't blow away in the fucking blast when it finally happens.
True.
So true.
There will be no magic barrier to soften the blow.
Just
So
a
is
tree.
Zabalit just not able to make one at the temple, or is he not coming?
He's not coming until a little later, but you'll find out about that.
I'm guessing,
Right.
like, once we actually get through to the tree and then, like, they bring Ophelia.
Yes.
It's like,
That-
hey, it's your old body, remember this?
Yeah, they're gonna...
Damn, bro, you live like this?
They're gonna escort Ophelia, to the center once it's
Yeah.
all open. They're gonna wait
We're
until
not
you
gonna
guys
get rid
have
of the
descended
blast.
all of the stairs, though.
Yeah.
I want Peepaw falling
Blast
down the
charges.
stairs.
Thinking of ways how to fucking make a shield, but I don't think it's possible without magic, so they're just like thinking really fucking hard right now.
Aw.
If you look closely, you see the gears turning.
Yeah.
You hear a mysterious clicking noise near them, too. The wheels are
think-
working.
They're only allowed one smart thought every like 3 sessions.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
They need time for their brain to like recover, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Yeah, they
smart
just-
thought every long rest.
Yes.
That is so true.
Yeah.
So, very quickly, I must stop Arceus quickly, like, he pulls out, like, his application papers, quickly, like, shuffles through them, and, like, I'm quickly asking, like, out of character.
Yeah.
For the application process of for the guild, do the like guild need like recommendations?
References.
Yeah,
Uh,
like references.
I mean, references are appreciated, but if you're well known enough, you probably
get it.
won't need it.
I feel like if you got like a literal stamp of approval from Kalina,
Yeah.
like from a well-known diplomat, just like, yeah, he's good.
Okay,
Spark will put a little clown in the corner.
Yeah.
so Anastasius grabs the like references page, quickly like reads like the rules, if you will, of the references, and says, "Hey, Commander, it's okay if not, but are you willing to quickly sign and just put contacts for a reference for a guild I'm applying for, please?" With a smile.
Just like, hey, buddy.
Hey, Verica, can you quick sign this?
She looks at you with like, you know, her very signature straight face, and then she takes the paper, looks at it, and she's all right. And then she pulls a pen out from like her breast pocket, and then like,
Yo, she got boobs.
yes,
sorry.
she got tits.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Boobin. She's boobin. But, you know, she signs her name on the reference paper. And then under contact, she writes, "You know where to find me."
You know where to find me, bitch.
Verica's so
Thank you,
cool.
Thank you, Barry.
She's great.
Yeah, we love Verica.
Yeah, Anastasius just says thank you. I owe you 1 or 10.
Or 10.
Or 10.
He's lost track over the past couple decades.
She just sort of like,
Yeah.
eyes closed, raises her eyebrows, like, yeah. And then hands you the paper back. She says, "Alright. Now, will I need to pull Ceruleus away from the capital? By any chance? For any reasons?"
Perhaps just as a safety precaution.
Yeah, I was planning on it.
That explosion was pretty big.
Yeah,
I
I
The
don't know
last
if
thing
you...
we want is
I've made
anything
bigger.
happening to the ship or
yeah,
its-
probably in the toilet, Sarza.
Oh shit! Did I forget to turn on the fan and close the door?
Kalina just sighs.
Sorry, I didn't mean to nuke the place.
Anastasius he takes off his non-existent glasses, puts it onto his shirt, and you just see him then into the bridge of his nose, and he just says, "Oh, sit down, mate. Just way too tired."
I am amused, actually. I think that was really funny.
I'm about to blow up this whole Taco Bell.
Sorry. Oh god, my chest hurts.
Good.
Baraka, then it's just like, all right, so you've got approximately, what time is it now? 9 a.m. We should be there in like 10 hours.
10 hours.
10
All
hours.
right.
Spark nods and says, "All right." So at 9 p.m.
About. The math is close enough. Don't worry about it,
She's
kid.
too tired to correct Spark.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Heroes, I decided what I put in spoilers is now canon.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
God.
funny. It's funny, don't worry.
Shower shitting? Is Sarzoth also a
No,
shower shitter?
not again.
No, that's only his dad.
I'm sorry. That's so.
Someday the party will come to learn about that.
I don't
I
know
would
if
like
I
to-
want to learn.
You
want
gave up the
Spark to-
information to Lord Rain, so you don't
Yeah.
even remember it.
Wait, he doesn't remember that?
Yeah, he took the information from
Oh.
you.
You gave
So-
him the
Oh,
information.
that's right.
You don't
Oh, that's
remember
so
that
fucking
horrific
good.
experience of your
So-
life.
So Rain has the image of that in his. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Lord Rain took that, and he
You
hates you
cursed
for it.
him.
That's why he took your soul, because you gave him that shit.
Yeah.
I need some compensation
Literally.
for that.
I
You
need
gave him that shit.
compensation for what you just did to me. With your mind. You bastard, you little shit.
An eye for an eye.
For an eye. Brown eye.
Wait, is Rain gonna be there?
Oh, that
so
was
good.
great.
I know.
Oh, that was like the best thing ever. Holy shit.
Is Rain gonna be there?
At the gala, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just realizing
He is a
how
fancy
pissed is
man.
Rain gonna be when Sarzoth slithers his way out of his soul debt.
he'll. Will he be mad? Who knows?
He'll probably throw a fucking tantrum.
Yeah.
I bet he actually won't even be that mad. He's just like, gods,
You
you fucker.
That child.
little fucking shit. I'll let it slide.
Either that or he's just like, yeah, he's just like, you know what? I'm not mad or anything. I'm just impressed.
I'm too
Do you
tired
think
to
he's like-
care.
What if he's like, at least I don't have to put up with his ass?
Yeah. Look on the bright side, Rain. Look on the bright side.
Would that mean that he doesn't have that memory anymore, though?
Maybe as revenge for not getting your soul, he gives you that memory back.
He gives
Yeah.
it back.
Oh god.
Sarzoth falls to his
And
knees.
Sarzoth just-
No!
Yeah.
No!
And the party's like, what? He's like, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know what I've just been
I hope you
subjected.
know when that happens, Spark's gonna be like, what? Did you just learn your dad's a serial shower shitter?
Ah! Agony from Sarzoth.
Sarzoth's gonna like pull out a knife and be like, don't you ever say that again.
I was right.
Cold
Right.
sweat.
Yeah.
Crazed look in his eye. You
Hey
son
guys,
of a
you know
bitch.
Never
what's really
say that you
crazy?
remember
Anyway.
again.
Anyway.
What were you gonna
Does
say?
Barry
please?
guys-
say anything else?
No, she's gonna get up and leave. What did you have to say, Spark?
And Spark's like, we don't really know who exactly is gonna be at the gala, right? It'd be really crazy if my mom shows up or something.
Oh no.
Kalina, she says, well, she better not.
You see us like,
Tolina, you see
Alright.
Baraka make a face like, "Ah, she's probably gonna be there.
does Spark see the face?
No, just Kalina sees it. As Baraka's like getting ready to walk out.
Wait, I feel like Theodore would see it. Since he's like always fucking looking.
He's looking.
Agok DMs Kalina being like, let her come, it'll be fun.
We can kill her.
We can kill
Blood of
her.
lava.
I just love
kid.
having Spark making crazy ass predictions and being right. It's just
Oh,
funny.
it's funny.
Big funny.
Spark has the power of unintentional fourth wall.
Yeah.
Spark is
I'm dubbing
Deadpool.
it now. Unintentional fourth wall.
Yeah. Like now you're gonna tell me that there's a whole nother planet that Verbina's from or something.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Verbena in the
thought?
background.
Ha
and
ha
goes
ha!
to
You don't
Lego.
know the half of it.
Verbina's about to like murder someone.
Verbena comes from a planet of space colonizers.
Her eyebrows twitching.
It's very easy for her eyebrows to twitch. They're long, like antennas.
Pretty.
Anyway, can we continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So,
no,
uh,
no, it's good. It's all
Berica has left
good
at
in the
this
hood.
point, and Spark, at any point in the 10 hours, you are free to come to the helm to, quote, pilot the ship with supervision.
Hell yeah. They're going to go pilot that ship. AKA just touch the steering wheel. You
They-
see them poke
And maybe
it?
kill a few people in the process.
They just, like, hold it, and they're like, ah!
Yeah, like all they do is like poke it like a cat. That's all they really do. They just wanted to see it.
It's just watch.
It's just special.
Kalina, she does look out to the other catalyst holders and says, "In the meantime, I do believe it would be wise for us to practice a bit more. Sure, we may have it mastered enough to where we've been given the go-ahead, but it wouldn't hurt to just get in a few more tries and make sure that we're 100% ready, or as ready as we can be."
Sarzoth just replies with, "Was that something that needed to be said?"
Of
Kalina
course we
just
gotta practice
rolls her
some
eye- Kalina just rolls her eyes, just like, yeah, now come on, back to the courtyard.
Okay, sorry, Sherlock Holmes. I'll go back to the courtyard.
Cheeky cheeky.
Kalina
Does
just
that mean
rolls
that
her
Sherlock Holmes is
eyes.
now canon?
Sherlock Holmes is a fictional man. Written by
The
Maggie.
stories are canon. Oh yes.
Oh shit!
Maggie wrote one of the more famous iterations of the shared character that is in the public domain, Sherlock Holmes. AKA Maggie wrote the fucking the Yowie version of Sherlock Holmes.
Stop.
Sherlock and
I
Watson
knew
get
it.
to know each other.
Yeah. BBC Sherlock,
Lots
the
of
fandom.
investigating going on.
Delightful.
I think after messing around at the helm, they're probably gonna just go visit Kane and piss them
Yeah.
off for
Yeah.
a couple hours.
Kane is actually still at the manor. He's taking care of Zephyrus. He's taking care of his deity.
Okay. They shall help, while also pissing off Kane a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of being annoying.
Yeah. Aggravating his snakes.
Yeah.
Just like asking him like so many questions.
Do you prefer chimichurri or chimichanga?
What?
Good answer.
That's a new answer. I haven't heard that one before. Mostly I get fuck off.
Oh.
I got a special one for Tagot. Tagot,
Oh god.
Tagot flipped me off.
Oh. That's not nice of her.
Sarzoth's just like, she's not the only one.
Yeah, but you still can't do it.
He's just silent. He just gives you like a death stare.
Yeah. So, For how long? I'm just gonna ask Catalyst holders. How many hours out of the 10 hours would you like to continue training?
Sarzov will do like 3 hours. He's already got a really good grasp on it. He doesn't really feel like he's like it's diminishing returns at this point in training.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 hours sounds like a good amount.
All right.
And then like the rest of the time we can like, prepare, like, get supplies,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yell at some gods, the usual.
I'm just writing down, because you trained 3 hours, how much more bonus you get with your rolls. You don't get off of my desk, you little bitch. These fucking flies! Alright, so now, because you practiced 3 hours, you're gonna have your Arcana check with advantage, and then you add your d4, and then you add 3.
Nice!
Woo!
Or just add a +3 to your Arcana check, and then add the d4. Sorry, my math brain. Autism brain.
Alright, so after,
Oh, shit, my headphones
training
about to
and
die.
stuff, what else does everybody want to do? You've got a little bit of time before you reach Ciptria.
Sipping trios.
Hobart
Anastasia
Loki wants to buy a new outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Loki wants to buy a new outfit. That's been on his mind.
Yeah.
Is it a pretty dress?
Perhaps.
Do you want
Yeah.
to take anybody with you, Colbart?
Bring Kalina! Bring Kalina!
We know
Oh my
you're
God.
she's
Ooh,
wizard,
Jesus
but
Christ.
logically.
He it just at the thought of bringing someone, he kind of just panics a little bit. It's
Oh.
just like
Aw.
Aw.
honestly,
He'll just have to
Buddy.
show us later.
yeah, he'll just do that. He'll just be a bit of a surprise, I guess, for everybody else. He just wants a new outfit.
Yeah. Outfit.
Outfit.
Yay.
Outfit.
Freya is going to talk with the pet store people to try to get the tank set up for Cupcake at the manor. So at some point you guys see Freya talking business with the pet store lesbian in the manor.
Amazing.
And you're like, what they doing over there?
Can
They're
Stark
being
ask
silly.
Kane a question?
Yeah, sure. Ask King question.
So, they're like, Kalina seems to like you a lot. How did you two meet?
Oh, well,
Is Pagok over here?
Probably. They're not.
Tagok, you're
Tagok
like
over here,
walking
but-
in the hall. They're in Zephyrus's room. The door's open, and you just hear that, and then you hear Kane sputtering, like, well, it's a funny story.
Stops, sticks her head in the door, kind of like leans against the door frame, and just says, "You fucking kidnapped her."
Well, yes,
You
but okay.
And she just kind of like raise an eyebrow at him, like you, kind of like you're gonna say I'm wrong.
You're not
kidnapper.
wrong. I apologized. I did not kidnap her. I told my subjects, Azuli, to escort her to the Deep Realm so that I could have a talk with her. I wanted to propose a deal. Azuli took it upon herself to kidnap Kalina in the dead of night.
After she drugged us.
None of which I told her to do.
She's gonna keep that forever.
Spark, you see Spark doing a big ponder. And then says, "Huh, I didn't realize Kalina was into that."
He just like makes this fucking sound.
Sorry. Because it seems to have ended well. They don't know about the fact that he got told off.
Yeah. He got yelled at considerably.
Does Dagon have a reaction to the comment?
She just kind of stands there like, confused ace.
Confused asexual. Confused asexual.
That is so true. That is so true.
Kane is just like embarrassed.
Aww.
He's got like his face in his hands. He's like, oh god.
Ooh, do you have a crush? Ooh. I'm gonna tell her.
Spock, please.
You just forget.
Kalina and I are friends. I wouldn't want to ruin that.
You're not denying it.
He gives you a stern look and he's like, Spock, I'm serious.
Okay,
Please.
okay. They put up their hands in surrender. I sometimes know when to stop.
Tigger just kind of goes, and then steps out of the room.
Doesn't Kalina have a boyfriend? That's out of character. I don't remember. If
No,
that's true.
she
No,
does
she
not. She had an ex-husband.
Yeah,
Why
ex
did I think
fiance.
Did he
But I thought the fucker with the hat and Kalina were
Aaron?
dating.
fuck her with the hat?
Yeah.
No. She wants to settle down. He's a nomad. It's not gonna work.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
sorry,
they talked about it. She's into him, but sadly,
Sorry.
there is nothing there to be
It's
had.
good.
Colbert has a boyfriend though.
He does.
Good job, Colbert.
And it's very confusing.
Because his name is Jade.
Nice. I hope you know when Cade had that reaction, like the blank approves or disapproves. Instead of that, it's just Spark will remember that.
Spark will remember
Spark
that.
will remember that.
Telltale.
Spark will remember that.
Spark will remember that.
And torture Cade with this knowledge later. Not now though.
You are Hoth's child, you little bastard.
Every single time they're in the same room, Spark's just gonna
Haha. Laughs at him.
laugh. Get fucked. We do not talk about Spark's reaction to Kristoff existing though. We don't talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Evelyn and Kane still don't know that Kristoff's at the manor.
Oh.
Oh.
They haven't seen him.
Oh no.
Oh,
They've just narrowly missed each other.
Is Kristoff still there?
Yeah, Kristoff is still at the manor. they've all just narrowly missed each other, and nobody has like talked about it.
Oh my
Where is
God.
Kristoff? Because Spark's just gonna, like, they're not gonna know any better, but they're just gonna go and talk to him. Be like, I think they just get up and say, I'm gonna go talk to one of my friends. Because I haven't seen him today yet.
All right,
And then
I'll still be here.
they're gonna go talk to Kristoff.
Yeah.
Would it be funny if Spark opens with, "Hey, Kate has a crush on Kalina."
Do it, do it, do it.
So you're gonna go talk to Kristoff, you know.
Yeah.
You go knock on his door, and he lets you in. He's like,
He's like,
"Hey, Spock, what's up?"
and then you see the Spark is just like, I just got the craziest piece of gossip you'll ever experience.
Oh, what is that?
Kane has a crush on Kalina.
His eyes widen, but not really in reaction to that information, mostly just the name Kane. And you see he kind of looks a little scared.
Huh?
Spark tilts their head and go,
He's
Well,
like,
I
oh
don't think
no,
it's
not
a-
again.
like, I don't think that's a scary piece of information.
Um
And then they pause. And then they go, oh, fuck. But it's censored.
and Kristoff, he like looks towards the door and like he sort of pulls you away from it a little bit, and he says, "Is Kane in the manor?"
They nod, and then they say, he's over in Zephyr's room. I'm surprised you guys haven't seen each other.
I'm thankful that. Jeez. I'm very thankful that we haven't crossed paths. Much less.
He's gonna like kill him on sight if he sees him.
Oh my God.
I don't think it's the case, though, because, like, it wasn't him that fucking did anything. He kind of didn't have a choice.
Listen, Spock.
That was out of character. That was out of
Yeah.
character. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
That was in response to what Audrey said.
yeah.
Kane is gonna fucking kill him.
Kane is probably just gonna like have a actual breakdown. Abelet is more likely to kill. Abelet's the violent one. But also, Kristoff doesn't know Abelet's there either. He just knows that Kane's there now.
And then they go, I don't think you'd like this next piece of information I'm about to tell you.
Oh god. What is it?
Abelet's also here.
He like
He just like
Does-
accepts his fate.
he does like
Well, I'm dead.
he does like prayer hands up to his mouth like, and he has this like 1,000-yard stare,
Oh no.
and you can tell that he's like sweating, like his hairline is damp.
Spark's like, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
You guys made up.
It's okay.
I
It's just well, quite frankly, that's the last pair of people that I was prepared to see or know that I have been in the same household as for an indefinite amount of time.
They haven't been here for very long.
All right.
They're only here to see Zephyrus anyway.
That's understandable. Well, I think that I am going to be smart and stay in the shadows until they leave. For all of our sake.
They nod and say, if you want to just stay in your room if you want, and I can just like bring you things so you don't have to leave.
Give him a little bell. You'll be a servant.
Oh my god, they probably could.
Well, there are actual, servants that can bring him food. You don't have to. But
Yeah, but
That'd
they
be
feel
funnier, though.
responsible. And then
Also,
they
what if
pause
one of the
for-
servants was talking and they mention him, and then Kane's like, "What?"
Kane has flashbacks. Poor Kane.
And then Spark pauses again and goes, "Shit, they're gonna be at the gala. They're gonna be at the gala."
Should I even go to the gala anymore? Oh lord.
I feel like you should.
I don't
I mean,
I don't want to remind them of any of the past. What happened was not good.
it's also not your fault.
It is my fault.
I don't think he
I was
wants
too
to be
much of a
reminded
coward.
it either.
They kind of just frown and then pat Kristoff's arm. They don't really understand, but they're gonna try to help.
And Kristoff just sort of like sadly sits on the bed and he says, "Too much of a coward to stand against her."
Well, I don't blame you. I mean, she was really puny in that fight, but judging by the sheer effect she had on everybody, she seemed to be a really, 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 really bad person. You don't have to be strong to be scary. So you weren't a coward.
He like gives you a look, like he appreciates your words, but he doesn't fully believe them. He fully believes that he was a coward for not standing against her and letting her use him as a catalyst to hurt others.
They're just gonna hang out with him for a while. Just kind of just be there because they don't like they're not good with words. They're just
Spark's too autism pilled to be good with words.
they're so autism pilled.
Aren't we all a little autism pilled?
Yes. Yes, we are.
But
Sorry, Nina keeps barking.
oh, Nina.
We're all in the house,
No.
all alone.
I thought they
and
were
I think
taking
she's
Nina
trying
with
to-
them.
No.
Mm.
They don't want to put her under the stress of the long car ride.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm not complaining.
You got a little guy.
I got a dog here with me.
You got a little friend.
I got a little
Lord.
friend. I got a little snuggle buddy.
Little guy.
Barg.
Yeah, but Kristoff, he pats your shoulder and he says, "I'll figure out a way to deal with this whole situation eventually, but while they're dealing with their father's illness, I don't think now would be a good time to make myself known."
They nod in agreement. Said, maybe after everything.
Yeah.
And they kind of pause and go, I could just cast polymorph on you so you could still go to the gala.
That's true, but it's a lot of work. I don't want to, cause an inconvenience.
What if Spark were to just like kind of mention his name and see how they react?
Yeah, dropping the subtle hints of his existence.
They would have to be so
While
fucking
also
careful.
assessing their hatred.
Yeah.
They ask if he wants to be alone for a bit.
Yeah, maybe just for a little bit. I'm sorry, Spock. I just need time to process.
They shrug. They're not really offended, and they're just like, you know where
They're
to
just like,
find me.
Bitch, stop apologizing.
You know where to find me anyway.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna leave the room, gently close the door, and immediately go find Kalina.
Kalina, oh my god!
Like, oh my god, Kalina!
Time with tea time.
No,
Gossip!
This isn't tea time. This is This is drastic.
This is important. So, where is Kalina right now? It's like early
Uh,
afternoon.
She's probably reading a book down in the like kind of like that little sitting area downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just reading a book, probably on like Catalyst stuff.
Magic.
Like, something like that.
Kalina, you hear Spark go, I did an oopsie.
Spark looks a little frantic as they come running down the stairs.
Kalina,
I fucked up.
she immediately looks concerned and closes her book. And she says, Spock, what's wrong?
So, you know how Kristoff is here?
Yes.
And you know how Kate and Abilene are here?
Yes.
And then they pulled up 2 fingers and then kind of like put them together, if that makes sense, and go, that's a bad situation. They have just told Kristoff
You're right, we didn't tell them.
They have just told Kristoff about it. He said, don't tell. Abel's only
Alright.
gonna stab him.
Oh dear. So, Nia!
I heard that little oof. Ow.
Oof! Nina!
Tagok, you fought Abilene once. How do you
Nina,
how do you do defensive maneuvers?
She kind of
Punch thing and they die.
she kind of looks at the wall. She goes, with Abilene, you don't.
She only survived the encounter with Abilene because Kane stopped him.
Because Kane intervened.
I'm really curious as to how that would go with Astraeus.
That would be interesting.
Because Astraeus is a very powerful being. Like, he is... He has not played all of his cards.
He just sits there and lets other people do shit and says, I'm just here.
Yeah, pretty much. There are reasons as to why he's a powerful being, but to be continued.
After Tagok says you don't, Sparks like slowly turns back to Kalina. Their eyes are super wide. They're like,
And just starts crying.
they're like, I like Kristoff. I don't want him to die.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to leave for a second because Nina was barking and I just scooped her up.
You're good. You want me to
What I
repeat what I
missed.
said?
Yeah.
Tagok says you don't survive Abilene.
Oh no.
So Spark looks back at Kalina. Their eyes are wide. And they're like, I don't want Kane to die. No, I don't want Kane to die. I don't want Kristoff to die.
Kalina, she just says, oh dear, alright. For now, let's just make sure that neither Abilene or Kane find out that Kristoff is in the manor right now.
I thought
They're already dealing with a lot.
Kristoff is in his room, and I told him it may be a good idea to just stay there, and I'll get him things.
For now, that might be our best option, yes.
I like Kristoff. I don't want anything bad to happen.
Agreed. Kristoff is a good man.
What a little
Also-
baby!
Bark.
Starzoff,
Ark.
Audrey, I don't know if you're there, but Starzoff now suddenly has the ability to curse.
Oh boy. Things are things are interesting. The
Things are
plot is
going, and they
plotting.
Yeah, they lost concentration, so that means Starzoff can flip people off again.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
As y'all are just sort of sitting there thinking, you hear heavy footsteps, and you know that it's one of the brothers.
Oh boy.
Spark gets up and hides behind Kalina's chair.
Oh.
It's Abelet coming out of like the dining room kitchen area, and he's got like basically a giant fucking bratwurst that he's like
That is
eating,
fun,
just like
dude.
he's holding it in his hand, just like taking bites out of it.
Yeah.
German core.
Just a little snack. Just a little snack.
Hey, bratwurst is fucking great.
He's just having
Yeah,
a little
bratwurst is
snack.
good.
Yeah.
I don't like sausage very much.
Gwen would be disappointed in you.
Actually, she's really not. Well, it's because I get heartburn.
Yeah, valid. I'm just making joke because you know she German.
Yeah. She's German. Tanya's the one that has the problem.
Yeah. Tanya, our aunt.
I love her.
But so yeah, Abelet is just sort of like, puts like a mouthful of sausage.
Sausage.
Kalina says, "Oh, hello, Abelet."
He swallows and he says, "Hello." What's up?
It's just so chill.
He's just here for dramatic emphasis.
Yeah, his existence must be noted.
Oh dear.
He is here. He is queer.
He sort of like briefly notices Spark behind the chair and like raises an eyebrow, but doesn't really comment on it. He knows that Spark is kind of a weirdo, and
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be mean to his big brother's kid.
If only he knew. It's because they're having a panic attack right now.
Oh.
But he just sort of like shrugs it off, and then he like heads upstairs.
Oh dear. Also, welcome back, Audrey.
Yeah.
Sarzoth now has the ability to curse and flip people off again.
Alright.
Do you think
Um,
that he was like, do you think he was testing it until he could?
Probably.
Probably no.
Quietly trying to say
Probably
fuck.
He was probably too embarrassed to try.
I don't want the honks to come back. But so yeah, Abelet has gone upstairs and you know, y'all are alone again, quote, in the downstairs library area.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to work through this mat that Nina has on her.
Yeah. Maybe it would be a good idea to possibly inform Chatsu and Yoka of this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they haven't
Kalina,
like.
At least
yeah.
heard Kalina
Yeah,
do
sh-
it.
Yeah, Kalina, she does like the mental, like the telepathic message to the two brothers and says, Yoka, Chatu, could you come downstairs, please?
You hear Nilka just go, "Oh great," he knows something's up. Oh great, and then like a minute later, both of them come downstairs.
Okay.
Chatu isn't even like fully dressed. He's got like his shirt half on.
Oh dear. Okay, Kalina, she says, ah, good, you're both here. So, we do have a bit of a problem.
Oh great, when do we not have a problem?
A bit of a Years Virgo. They're still
Well,
behind the chair.
well, of course, as you know, we have Kristoff here. And both your father and Bullet are here.
They look at each other, and then Chatsu just like puts his hand on his forehead and says, "Oh, fuck, that's not good, is it?"
Yes. Kristoff is going to be just staying in his room for the time being as long as those two are here.
Poor
so,
bastard.
yes. So just perhaps in the meantime, just
Don't talk
make
about him.
sure that yes, don't talk about him, and do not let anyone into Kristoff's room.
Understood.
Here's
It'd be
Funko.
really funny if Spark just like accidentally revealed that he was there.
Oh, it definitely would be them.
And then like starts crying immediately, like, "Don't hurt him. He's a friend."
Runs in front of the door.
He would. And then Spark's like, it's all of it because Kate said something funny and I wanted to tell my friend.
Oh boy. But Nyoka and Chatsu were just like, whew. Cause Nyoka doesn't know all too much. Chatsu knows a little.
Yeah. All they know for certain is that if those two ever got in the general vicinity of one another,
Somebody's gonna have a breakdown.
yeah.
Kitty. Little
Yeah.
cat. He's got hairline.
Why does the cat have a hairline?
Oh. I don't know why the cat has a hairline.
Why not?
Good point.
But Nyoka and Chatsu are like, I suppose we should tell the rest of the people on the link that this is happening. Don't talk about it. Keep quiet for now.
Yes.
Right. So, you know, ping the group chat at everybody. Hey, do not tell Kanan Abelet that Kristoff's here. End bad.
Do not the Kristoff.
Do not the Kristoff.
Do not the Kristoff.
Do not animals. Oh, I simply must.
Can we make that into a sticker? Do not the Kristoff.
Perhaps.
Thanks, Audrey.
Anastasius just as noted
Metal.
in the group chat.
You hear Freya in the background say, why does everybody have a problem with Kristoff? He's really cool. What's with the beef?
Live chat, or was that out loud?
In chat. In brain
Okay.
chat. Why does everybody have a problem with Kristoff? He's really cool.
He is really cool. I agree.
He is really cool.
What's with all the pork?
Spark 100% agrees.
Yeah. Freya does not understand, like, why the term beef is the way that it is, so they just said pork.
Oh.
Why all the pork?
Aw.
That's funny.
Why the pork?
Why all the chicken?
Why the pork?
Why
But-
the bacon?
Yeah. But, you also hear Freya say, oh, by the way, I've handled everything with the cupcake installation.
And then Spark proceeds to apologize.
And everyone else is probably like, what do you mean?
Cupcake installation acquired.
Cupcake installation. The snake.
The snucka snucka. Yeah.
Why is there a lump on your belly?
Sometimes.
Brain.
It's probably a nipple.
It's an alien parasite.
No, it's not. It's not a nipple.
Sometimes
I'm also
dogs
just
just get
worried.
lumpy.
No, I'm
Yeah.
also just worried.
Because
Especially when
Copper,
they get older.
Copper has a
Martha's
seventh
got
nipple,
some.
so you never know.
No, like I'm mostly just worried because, like the whole reason she was surrendered was because she had a tumor on her mammary
Oh,
gland.
okay.
She might just have a cyst.
Yeah.
It's good to get it checked out, but
Yeah.
dogs just get like
I know-
that when they're older.
Yeah, I
Mine's
know they
kind of
just
like
tend
that
to-
as well.
Yeah, I know they tend to just get lumpy.
Yeah. Inform your sister regardless. Just
Yeah.
in case she wants
Yeah.
to do anything about it.
Just in case.
Then, Spark mumbles to themselves. Of course, the person I have a crush on both my uncles fucking hate.
Aw, big sad.
Bro's just confused. Anyway, how's dress shopping, Colbert?
How's dress shopping, buddy? Did you find a dress?
Damn.
I guess.
Damn.
I guess he turned off his phone.
Sorry.
Did you?
No,
Did-
I was reading something. Honestly, I haven't put much thought into it. Get back to me in a second. I'll think of. I'll find
Okay.
something.
Find a cute dress for Colbert to wear.
Yes, not a cute dress for Colbert.
Yeah.
We love
Albert got
Colbert.
distracted by a few books.
Got distracted
Yeah,
at the
bro's-
bookshop.
Bro's getting knowledge.
Sidetracked.
Bro's knowledging.
Side quest.
So, question for the peoples. Do you want to have us go to Citria, like arrive and be in Citria next session, or would you like us to start it this session and continue next session?
I would love to start it if we could.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm okay
for
either
sure.
way.
I'm fine either way.
My back is kind of hurting, but like I can keep on going.
If we need to stop, it's no big deal.
Coin flip.
Sure.
All right. So you guys, you're talking about like, okay, we need to keep this under wraps for now. All's good. Everything will be fine. No need to worry. But as the
I also think
sun,
this is a good end off point too.
so as the sun starts to sort of dip a little lower in the sky, you can already see the Arish tree off in the distance as you're getting much closer to it. So, all of you are prepping, getting your stuff ready to go down. You bring out that old map that you had, that you were given a while back when you visited the capital before.
Yeah, make sure we have all our weapons on us in case we run into any hollows or other creatures.
Other unsavory things. And, hope that, the path will be a little bit easier to take this time since you know it already for the most part. And, you head up towards, the main deck with Berica to talk with her and everything. And, she's up there waiting for you, and she, asks you about how the rest of your day's been and all that. And you tell her about
Yeah.
the whole thing with Kristoff and how his existence
Yeah.
must be kept a secret from Cain and Abelet for
Yeah.
reasons. And she's
For an
like,
unforeseen amount of time.
oh, fun, very cool.
Yay!
Yay!
But she tells you that if need be, she can like get him a different place to stay temporarily
Yeah.
if he needs to escape from the wrath of the
escape
gods.
hatch.
Escape from the wrath of the gods. But
Or just at least one of them.
Yeah.
Kane's just
Sounds
gonna
like
have a
a
mental breakdown.
Nintendo
Ablett's gonna
Percy Jackson
respond with
book.
anger.
Kane's gonna cry. Ablett's gonna start throwing hands.
Yeah.
The vibe.
So Berica tells you that you probably won't need your coats down, like your heavy coats down on the like city surface. Maybe just like, you know, some lighter coats will be fine. And she tells you to mind the alleyways, especially at night. Gets a little hard to see. Don't trip on anything.
Yeah.
Stay safe, yada yada. Gives you the whole spiel. She's your mom. She's your mother.
Stop telling me not to, I'm your mother.
Yeah, but pretty soon, she has the ship pulled up to the air docks.
Oh, we're back!
Here we go.
We're back, baby!
And, you know, she leads you all the way to the dock, and she's like, alright, I will give you 24 hours, and I'll come back, scout out, see if you guys are, you know, near, and, after the 24 hours, if you're no-show, I am gonna send people down for you.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. I'm hoping that we won't have to send anybody down to for a reconnaissance mission, but
Rose got that doctor's office talk.
yep.
Sorry.
She tells you all to be safe and then shoos you along, telling you to hurry up and complete your mission.
Yeah.
With your map and weapons and all your other things in hand, you all begin heading down into Ciptria, taking that spiral staircase down onto the top level of the city, as you had done before. And, you know, it's a little bit easier now. You guys, remember your way, and, fortunately, it seems that, all of the hollows and, the horn blowers from before are not out at this hour. They seem to have, hidden away inside the buildings, which leaves you a little more free to, go on the beaten path than having to
Yeah.
sneak around in the shadows.
Gosh, imagine having to explain those creatures to, because like when we first went here, it was like it was just like the original four, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was Kalina, Tagok, Colbart, Fen,
Clement.
Yeah,
Clement,
Clement.
and
Yeah.
one of the
One of the snake bros.
one of the boys were here. I don't remember which one, but it was one of
It
them.
was one of them.
I think
yeah,
it was
one of
Chatu.
them.
It was probably Chatu, but
Yeah.
no telling.
Yeah, gosh.
So it
like,
was a much smaller group.
Yeah.
The boys are here.
I think Kalina, she's like as they're walking, she is going to like speak out and like just start explaining. All right, so Anastasius, Stazoth, and Bach, you all have never been here, so I want you to take heed of this warning. Just stay quiet and let's just get through this quickly and quietly, otherwise we won't have to interact with the locals, as it were.
They nod and do a zip lip motion, and then throw away the key.
Kalina just laughs and nods a bit.
But first, you do attempt to go to the gate instead of having to go underground, because it would be
Yeah.
quicker. But you do find that the gate is locked, and you don't see those armored guards anywhere. They
Oh,
seem to have
yeah.
disappeared, so they
Can I
can't
lockpick it?
unlock the gate for you.
Can I lockpick it?
It is unfortunately a magical lock that cannot be
Fuck.
lockpicked.
It's an arcane lock.
Mm-hmm. Verbena, she's got her bases covered. So
Yeah.
unfortunately,
I mean,
you
like,
do,
good on her, but damn it!
yeah, you do
I
have
mean,
to
Spark could
backtrack.
probably scale it.
Yeah, but
Um,
could the rest of us?
Well,
Make a-
maybe try touching the gate first at all.
Yeah. Alright, who's gonna poke it?
Who's gonna poke the gate?
All right,
I'm
Spark volunteers.
I can poke it.
Yeah, Colbert should probably poke it. Cool.
Yeah.
Because he's been here.
Yeah. So, Colbart, you touch the gate. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, I
Okay.
should have touched it.
It's alright.
Con
Oh yeah,
saving
descendants
throw.
of gods.
Yeah. You're gonna be alright. Don't worry.
Hold on. Saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's a natural 1, but for D&D Beyond, it's a 2, so 3.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah.
Do you
I
have
failed
Bardic
miserably.
Inspiration on you? Because I think I gave it to you.
So I don't know.
But Colbart, you briefly touch the like the golden metal of the fence, and you immediately feel like stinging pain in your hand that
Oof.
intensifies like with the amount of time, so like you can quickly pull back.
Yeah.
You take 1 point of damage.
Oof.
And you see that there is, like, where your hand touched, there are some like magical burns on your hand.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Do you think it's openable from the other side?
If it is, it would only be able to be opened by one of the gods or the guardsmen who are not there for some reason.
Kalina, she thinks and she looks to the demigods of the group, like, you know, Spark, Tagok, Chatu, and Yoka, and says, perhaps one of you can open it. You are the descendants of deities, after all.
Yeah,
You're like
I'll do it, I
descendants
guess.
at that.
Nyoka just says, guys, it'll be so much quicker and probably hurt less if we just backtracked and went underground. I mean, we know the way, and the door underground is still open.
True.
Yeah, but I want to scale it. It's fun.
No, you're gonna hurt yourself. Come
So
on.
fun. Ugh.
Is that Chatu or Nyoka being the voice of reason?
Nyoka for once. But Chatu is
Kalina's
agreeing.
like kind of like raises an eyebrow at
Okay,
Nyoka, just like,
please.
Nyoka, are you being the voice of reason?
Oh, Audrey left.
Yeah.
I needed her to be here for like maybe 10 more minutes.
No! Can you just get her to come back for like 10 minutes?
I'm gonna try to say something.
very quickly. The gate, the magical lock. Was it a constitution saving throw or
Yes.
whatever?
Leave the fucking lock alone for
Leave
the
the
love
door
of God.
alone.
Theoretically,
No. Shut up.
No.
would an 18 work?
Shut
No.
up. I love you, but please. It is intended to be impassable. I'd
You
love
need
you.
a 99 to succeed. So don't try. Stop it.
But, so you guys reluctantly dragging some people away from the gate, backtrack to the, begin backtracking to the entrance to the sewers. Where,
Yeah.
all of you, you know, take your way down. And, so, all of you guys, you know which way to go.
Yeah. We've been through here
but
before. We know what we're
As,
doing.
I
you
don't.
know, as you're, like, the people who know where they're going are, like, leaving. So you just have to follow.
Can I cast dancing lights as a cantrip just in case if we need a little extra light?
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Come to think of it, I think Kalina is probably going to cast her light spells too.
they're lighting it up,
Yeah.
baby. So,
Hagar just glows.
That's so
Oh,
real.
Clement.
yeah. I,
And so does
Hey.
Clement.
oi,
And Zarzov.
fucking, I need all of you to fucking roll for perception, please.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Jesus.
Rolling.
Okay.
That is a 16.
Right?
Hey, dirty 20.
19.
All right. So a few of
25.
okay.
Oh, Anastasius.
Oh.
So you
Can't
guys,
see well.
notice. A few of you notice that Sarzoth is like looking around a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and you sort of like look to see what Sarzoth is looking for, and you notice that Theodore has disappeared. He was standing right next to Sarzoth, and now he's gone.
Theodore?
Where did Theodore go? Theodore?
Theodore?
Sarzoth says, he was just next to me.
Theodore?
Theodore?
You realize that the only way he could have possibly gone is the other way down the two paths, like once you just enter. So the path that is the correct way, and then the other path, which is the path to the Church of the Star.
Did.
Oh.
You see Spark run to go get Theodore just because where the fuck is this child?
Yeah.
I know he's older than me,
So
but
everybody starts like running in that
Yeah,
direction.
we're running. We're running.
So Spark enters the room first, and all of the others very shortly after, but Theodore is in this underground, this subterranean chapel, basically. And I'll describe it for the people who have not seen it, aka Anastasius and Spark. But
hurt.
in this chapel, there is, at the altar, there is a large orb of swirling, liquid. with a small statue of a person in front of it. Theodore is inspecting it, and you see him like looking excitedly, and like he's writing things down in his notebook, and then you see him reach out towards it.
Theodore, don't touch that.
Spark sighs at first when he sees Theodore, and then as he reaches out, Spark is like, no, no, no. Can they cast suggestion?
Unfortunately, no, you're too late.
Oh no.
Theodore just barely touches the surface of the orb with the tip of his finger, and you see his face like immediately drop. And you see his hand start to pass through the glass almost.
Oh.
And then in an instant it seems his entirety is pulled through, and a small scream is cut short. And all of you are just stood there looking, and those of you who know that he's dead. Theodore is dead.
Kalina, she's just standing there in shock. She says, no.
You get it back, right? It's just an orb.
No, he's dead.
Can Spark make a con save?
Is he gonna faint?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, make a con save, Spark.
That's a 12, so I'm pretty sure they pass.
Yeah, so you just barely don't pass out, my friend. But, you're like, holding on to somebody else. Sarzoth is just sort of standing there, and you see him, like, make this face, and then he pulls out, the spirit collar snail.
Oh.
And he's holding it, and he's staring at it, like, very confused. It's, like, writhing, and it seems to be in pain almost.
Oh.
And he, like, decidedly decides to hold it out farther from where he is and, like, turn his face away. And he does so just in time because its shell and it kind of explodes
Whoa.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
with a
Okay.
small shriek.
Oh.
From this, like, white goop that explodes, you see tendrils of the spirit within start to erupt outward, and these tendrils shoot towards the orb.
Oh.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
You watch as, like, the liquid that was inside begins, like, rushing and churning, and you can see, like, these little wisps of, like, Astreus's essence, basically, and his spirit, like, rush past multiple times. And, you can hear it, like, the sound of the liquids, like, moving inside the basin, basically.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck?
And, you all kind of, like, take a step back preemptively. Just like, oh god, we
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen, let's back the fuck up. You hear, like, very faintly cracking.
Oh.
And then the cracking increases, and you see as, like, where cracks begin to form, the liquid begins to drip out.
So what are cracks forming on?
The orb.
Orb.
Oh.
Oh, that.
So
Not good, not good.
the cracks finally reach their breaking point as the glass of the orb shatters, and the statue in front of the altar is toppled and breaks.
Oh, damn.
And in the shell of what's left of the orb, the glass orb, you see like basically a coagulated blob sort of
Oh.
smushed near the bottom.
Yeah.
Would you like to approach it?
Kalina, she's gonna
I do a perception on
slowly
it.
draw. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, do a perception.
I don't know
Oh,
about you, but Spark just burst into tears.
Oh.
Please watch
it's
somebody
lucky that I
die.
have a +7 in perception because I just rolled a nat 1.
Oh boy, so that's an 8.
Oof.
By the way.
I think she's just distraught.
Just like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. But, you're just kind of like completely like discombobulated by what's going on, and you just see this like basically congealed blob of the liquid that was in the orb is what you see. It's just kind of squished there. Does anybody
Okay.
else? May you what?
I'm gonna make a perception.
Alright. Does anybody else want to make a perception?
Might
I
as
want
well.
to as well.
Okay.
Fuck, 9.
That's 12.
I got a total of 11.
Damn, y'all are not doing good today.
We're in shock.
The dice know.
None of you, can really notice anything, outwardly about the goo ball.
Can Spark get closer to it? Like, they kind of like musters whatever fucking energy they have from not passing out and then walk towards it.
Yeah. You are not going to walk alone, though, as Sarzoth is going to very cautiously walk with you.
Anastasius also walks towards it, prepping his right hand to grab his like blaster for the Alaka blasts.
Mm-hmm.
It
So
when and if needed.
true.
His upgraded blaster, mind you, but
Mm-hmm. So, this little pod approaches the altar, and you just very cautiously stepping around these small puddles of the liquid that seem to be fizzling away already, that were on the ground. And you're like watching the goo ball, waiting for anything to happen, and it sort of like shifts and moves very like, you know, subtly,
Ugh.
Ew.
like it's alive.
What?
Ugh. Why did I have to be playing Hollow Knight Soul Sanctum OST?
Dude.
Close.
That's your own damn fault.
But
But also good choice.
Like what are they? Like what are those blob creatures called? Like the mistakes?
Oh, I can't remember.
Failures?
Yeah, I think they're called the mistakes.
yeah, but
Hey.
They're rough.
so you're sitting there just like watching it sort of pulsate and move slightly. And you see it make a larger movement. It almost looks like a limb that sort of like moves to grab the edge of the glass, and you see like fingers.
Oh.
Spark screams and then cast Shatter.
Oh my god.
Now, my friend, what does Shatter do?
Everybody has to make a con save, including Anastasius.
Oh boy.
Every
A
it's a
con
round.
save?
Yeah. So everybody in a
Fuck,
10-foot radius has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So like the whole party?
No, 10-foot radius.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that you're probably not within 10 feet of the blob.
Yeah.
You're not that
Yeah.
close, but...
It was like a panic thing.
Ah!
So do I have to roll for con?
If you are standing
hold- so
next
it's
to
a-
Spark, and then you have to.
Okay, so it's a 6. So it's a. I could cast it within 60 feet. Could I
But-
theoretically? Yeah, I don't know why it says that. It says within my choice of range.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do
Y-
you think Spark would just freak out and just cast it at their
Inadvertently?
feet?
Oh yeah.
They probably would.
Yeah.
So they do that.
I'm just gonna roll.
What is the, roll needed to succeed on it?
16.
So Sarzov fails
Oh.
that roll.
Tagok fails. I had a 2 and a +8.
Okay.
Nine.
And any. Okay, so all you guys fail. And any fucking non-magical object also takes this damage, if that means anything to you.
Yeah. Just a couple of, like, things that were on the altar table, you know, fall.
Yeah, so it's 15
clatter
damage.
to the ground. Alright, so... Yeah.
15?
Yeah, it's not a lot, but they're freaked.
they get a little freaked out. They accidentally cast a spell to go haboom. But
And Anastasia's blaster thing takes some damage as it's non-magical, technically.
It's a spell.
Technically,
It's magical damage.
I know, but the blaster isn't.
yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
wand, the
Well,
wand attached to it is, but not.
no, if it's attached to you, then it doesn't take the damage.
Okay.
It's really stupid, but it that's that.
If you
I
want
think
it
that
to
would be
take damage, you
implied.
can.
I mean, if you want it to, you don't have to. Is what I'm saying.
I don't wanna, but
Yeah, then
Good
don't
to know.
Then don't do it.
then don't do it.
The hand does sort of like tense a little bit at your scream and, like, you know, the shatter. But it does continue moving. And you see it sort of like become less blobby and take more of a form. You can tell just from the hand how big this entity is. It's
Oh. Wait. I'm not saying anything.
Probably Astraeus, but I'm not fucking saying anything.
yeah. So
You didn't hear me say that.
so it's almost as if like the goop and the oil and, like, you know, all this liquid and coagulated mess begins to sort of dissipate and slide off of this individual's form. And the form does look somewhat familiar, but it doesn't really look like possibly the person it once was. You can tell that this is Astraeus. The face is the same.
Oh.
The hair.
Spark has never seen Astraeus though, so
Yeah.
they pull out their sword and shout, "Get the fuck away from me! Get back into that orb!"
Sarzoth goes, no, that's Astraeus.
Door.
Cat at door, cat at door, cat at door.
Cat at door, cat at door.
I'm sorry, she wants out, but she ain't getting out.
Little gremlin. Little gremlin.
Mhm.
But Astraeus does look a little different from how he normally is.
Yeah, I would assume so.
He currently has like very like rudimentary robes on that are not like the ones he normally wears. They're pretty flowy, and does anybody would anybody like to make an investigation? Perhaps?
Sure, best
Sure,
of
why
you.
not?
Yes. It won't be good, but yes.
Well,
I don't need everybody to
Trying.
make one, just like somebody's gotta know this.
Kalina,
Total of
please.
17.
24.
Yes.
Oh, I got a
24.
16.
Okay,
That'd
yeah,
be
then
nice
I
with
can
my
have
roll.
con
high-
save.
Alright.
Investigation.
Investigation? Colbert, what you say
You said
about?
investigation, right?
Yeah.
You said investigation, right? Hold on.
Yes.
I have high investigation. I'll do it. With my plus 12.
Yeah. If you get higher than
Yeah, 28.
Anastasius, you got a little bit higher than Anastasius. He's so mad. Cry.
What the hell? It did it multiple times. Anyways, 28.
28. So, the high rollers, TM, Anastasius, Colbert, you notice, as, like, the liquid starts to fall off of Astraeus's form, you are able to see, on his skin, scales.
Nice.
Nagalayan?
What the fuck did this man do?
Colbart, Anastasius, you also, like, see the broken pieces of the statue that was standing on the altar, and you see, resemblance. Not just in the face, but also in the robes that now adorn him.
What the fuck?
What statue?
There,
Reincarnation?
there was a statue. I will actually send
Yeah.
the statue.
This is really funny considering the meme I sent Audrey earlier today.
So, Anastasius, after noticing all of this, just pinches his nose, the bridge of his nose, and says, "God damn it! Sarzoth adopted a god before it was cool."
Before it was cool.
What the fuck?
I don't actually. You know, no, I do say have
No
Anastasius say that.
way.
But Astraeus and Sarzoth are just like looking at each other like Sarzoth is just confused. Astraeus is like, what the fuck just happened to me? But Astraeus sort of like very wobbly stands out of the glass like shell
This poor man don't got no legs.
He almost kind of like falls out of it, but like he lands on the ground and stands up.
Congratulations, you just hatched.
You've just been born. Thank you.
Bruh.
You just hatched.
And he's like kind of out of breath a little bit. And
Is that statue that I think it is?
he's like standing there just like trying to take in being a person. But
Breathing.
you can tell like height wise he's around the same height as Kanan Abelet. Around
I
that
think
12
it is the
foot
statue that I'm
range.
thinking of.
This is the statue that was in the Church of the Lost
is.
Star.
Oh my god.
What kind of...
Oh
shit.
my
Kill Theodore,
god.
man.
Fuck Theodore, what the fuck is this?
Oh my god, it is that statue.
Oh, be nice.
Yeah, what
Holy
the
shit.
What the fuck? What
Holy shit, it is
Helena,
this statue.
Yeah,
She,
what the
like,
fuck?
kind of slowly takes a step forward and just says, Astraeus? Is that you?
He's just kind of like breathing and like looking at his own hands. And he just looks over and he's like, yes?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
And with that,
Hey,
I am going to end tonight's
Oh.
session.
No!
no.
Yes.
No!
We are going to
No.
pick up next week
No!
with figuring out what the fuck just happened to Astraeus.
No!
We will see you next Friday, everybody, in the new year for episode 73. Good night, everybody.
Fuck you.
They're very angry with
Thank
me.
you.
I'm gonna end the stream before they have an aneurysm.